Okay, this is the finished product. This is how my prayer box turned out. I ended up changing my mind halfway through. Instead of putting blue on this outer portion, I put silver and filled the center with the little beads, glued those down, put a rhinestone, a blue rhinestone in each corner, and put that earring that I broke the post off of and glued that into the middle there. And then the rest of the box, I did the front in blue, and then I have silver, kind of reminiscent of pillars at Solomon's temple or something. Basically, I chose the color blue because blue is very calming to me, and when I think of God, I think of how He calms me, how I can turn to Him when I'm anxious, and He can bring me instant peace, knowing that He has everything under control. So that is the finished product, and I hope that you have fun making your own prayer box. There are other prayer boxes that I have around this house. Some of them, just to let you know, are decorated inside. This one is not, but it's kind of fun sometimes to open up the prayer box and see little surprises inside. Sometimes people will glue jewels or write things inside like peace or love or whatever. So the sky is the limit when you're creating your prayer box. So I really hope you've enjoyed this particular project, and I would look forward to any feedback or comments that you would like to send along, or even pictures of your own work if you'd like to send those to me over Facebook, and that I'll put the link below this video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is the finished product. This is my prayer box, and I just wanted to take a moment and show you how it came out. I ended up changing the colors a little bit. I had originally put blue up here, and I changed that to silver, and I still kept the plastic beads that are glued down here with the little earring cross that I had broken the post off, and I glued that right down into the center. I also added, as you can see here, 4 blue rhinestones to the outside, and the front I put the columns in silver and the base in silver and kept the front blue. This kind of reminded me of Solomon's temple to have columns in silver. I know they might have been in gold, but in this case I felt I wanted silver. The reason I chose blue, the color blue, is because blue is a very calming color for me, and whenever I think about God, I think of how He gives such an incredible sense of peace to me. When I'm getting anxious, I can instantly turn to Him and know that He's in control. I don't have to carry the burden. He can carry that burden. So I chose the color blue to symbolize that for myself in this case. I also painted the inside blue, as you'll see here. So that is the finished product. I want to show you another prayer box that I had done quite a while back. That's this one. I wanted to go with kind of a more natural rustic look, so I painted it brown, and I kind of put some gold wisps along the edges, and I put I glued a twig with some fake leaves on the top to kind of act as the handle. And when you open it up, you can see I decorated the inside. Have a heart there, and then down in the box itself, the words joy, and some other little embellishments. So I just wanted you to know the sky is the limit when you're making a prayer box. You just go with what moves you, what colors, what styles, and have fun. And I would love to hear your comments and hear feedback about your own prayer box project. And if you'd like to post photos of your finished product, go ahead and do that on my Facebook page, which I'll put the link just below this video. Okay, thank you, and have a great day.
We're going.
Hi, welcome to sunnygirlcreations.com. This is Sherry Collier, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a nature pin. It's a beautiful little pin or brooch that you can pin right on your shirt, and it's real simple to make. We're going to use twigs from nature. We're going to use a little parchment paper, a pin backing, this creamy colored paper that I got just from Michael's. And then what I've done is a week beforehand, I picked some foliage from my yard and I put it in a heavy book for 1 week and let it compress and dry out a bit. And this is the end product, so that's what we'll be creating. This is Sherry Collier here with sunnygirlcreations.com. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a nature pin or brooch. And the beauty of this is you're just going to use very few basic materials. I've got some twigs here, some cardboard that I had in the garage, little parchment paper on the back, the pin backing I bought at Michael's, and the foliage is from my front yard. Last week I went out and picked some and pressed them between the pages of a heavy book, let them dry for 1 week, and this is what I made out of it today. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Okay, first of all I want to go over what you'll need for this project, for the nature pins. So I'm just using a clear gel tacky glue, some trimmers from outside to cut my twigs, some parchment paper. These are the pin backings that I got from Michael's. Some twigs that I picked a while back. I've got some of this paper that I also bought from Michael's. And I needed a box cutter, scissors, a pencil, and I used my wire cutters to cut my foliage and my twigs to proper size. I also have a glue gun that I'm using. The first step, I went and I cut a piece of cardboard into the size and shape that I wanted, cut the parchment paper to match, and cut the creamy paper to match. This creamy paper will go right on the top of this. The parchment paper will go on the back, and then I'll pick out some of my foliage. That one looks like it's going to be a little too big, so I'll probably go over to some of my other things that I dried. You can see those there and pick something from there. Okay, I'll show you the next step. Okay, I want to show you the next step. So what I did is I got the parchment paper on the back side of this and the creamy paper on the front side. It's all glued down. And then I selected, in this case, I selected one dried leaf that I had with one little purple flower that I found that I thought was just so pretty, so feminine, and yet so nature inspired. So what I'm going to do is glue those down, and sometimes it's good to use something smaller. I'm going to use the point of a twig to put the glue on. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to use this stick to put the glue on. So as soon as I can get the glue to come out, I'll put some glue on the back of this flower, just a little light spreading of glue. Put it at an angle here. Okay, there's the flower. Next I'll put some glue on the back of this little dried leaf. Put the leaf kind of at an angle. I'm going to let that glue dry. Actually, I don't know if I got enough glue on this. On this leaf, I might actually go ahead and put a drop directly on, because I really want to make sure that leaf stays in place. Okay, there we go. Oops, my fingers got sticky. So now I'm picking it up every time I touch it. Okay, There's that. We're going to let that dry now for a little while. And while we're letting it dry, I'm going to cut twigs. So what I did is I took my little trimmers and I cut a twig to the size of the side, the lengthy side, and I'll cut another twig this exact same length for the other side. And then I'll cut a length that fits inside the two for the bottom and the top. And you'll see that in the next step. Okay, I'm going to show you the next step, which is using the hot glue gun to glue the little twigs to the edges. And I just want to say, while I'm waiting for my hot glue gun to warm up all the way, that these little brooches, these little nature pins, would be great Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or little dinner gifts to give to your girlfriends who love nature and yet also love something unique and handmade that's got a feminine elegance to it as well. So let's see if the glue gun is ready to go yet. And if it is, we'll just go ahead and put some glue directly on the twig. Careful not to burn yourself. I've done that a few times. And I'm putting that right on the edge. Just pressing it into place there. We'll do the same thing with this. You can go back and clean up the little stringy things that the glue gun leaves later. Okay, and then I cut these to be able to fit inside. At least I thought I did. I may have to trim those down, so just trim a little tiny edge off here. Just a little edge. You can see it's a little bit hard to do. Okay, and let's give that a go. Alright, that didn't go exactly where I wanted it, but that'll do for now. Okay, and then last but not least, I gotta cut a little tiny bit off of this one as well. Okay, that'll fit down in there very nicely. Alright, get this one in there. Okay, got that on. I'm going to let that dry and take care of the stringy glue parts, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, I'm going to show you the final step here. Just to let you in on a little secret, I added a second twig inside the frame. I just thought that gave it a little bit more depth. So now I'm going to flip this over, and I got my pin back here from Michael's, and I like to have the pin back so that the sharp part is pointed down, so that when you hang it on your shirt you can just pin it down. So I'm just going to put some glue from the glue gun on that and center it as best I can here. Let's get that down there really good. There we go. Now we're just going to let that dry, and it'll be all ready to wear here in just a little while. There you have it. Here are 2 nature pins, and you can do all different kinds of foliage. You can do more Christmassy looking foliage if you would like, but for any season, it's a great little gift idea.